Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be guiding you through how to automatically count colonies in an image using our Phoretix Colony Counter software. Now if you've been doing this previously with something like ImageJ, this is going to be a big step up in terms of automation and reducing interoperator variability for your images. So I'm going to keep this nice and brief and just open up one of our demo images here. Bring this image in, and on this image view screen you can see how our software Phoretix Colony Counter is interpreting the image, and this is what you want to see. You want to see your colonies be these peaks within the image that you can see here, and you want your background to essentially be low, be the flat dark portion of this image. It means that the software is interpreting the metadata of the image correctly and will work much better than if it is inverted. Now if you do need to invert your image for whatever reason, you can click this button here and you can see that it flips the image upside down. Because this is universal software for images from kind of any manufacturer's scanning imaging device, we may not always interpret the image the correct way up. So that sits there as a fallback. So I've got a pretty standard petri dish here with some colonies on it that I want to go and count. So the next step is to come to our count section of the workflow and then start to define the area in which we want to count colonies. We do it this way, and I'm just left clicking here to be able to do this. We do it this way to allow the operator to remove anything that's going to interact with the colony detection algorithm. So, you know, edges of plates, any writing that might be on the plate, anything like that, that can typically trip up automated detection systems. So once we've defined our region of interest here, we can come through to our edit colonies if we want to, we click on detect, and it will run an algorithm to detect the colonies in our image based on these settings here, which are completely configurable. Now I can zoom in and I can see how well the algorithm has worked on our particular image, and move these settings and click detect and see how they change the detection, change, you know, the auto splitting, which is kind of sections like this. If they've not split correctly, we can change the sensitivity of that algorithm to be able to accommodate that. Now I'm not going to go through the whole optimization settings here, but you get the gist of it. There's lots of configurable parameters to be able to make sure that you've got really good sensitivity on your colony detection here. And then once that sample detection has run, you get a number at the bottom. So we've got 49 colonies detected here for our image. Now if we want to come in and edit any of these manually or add any manually, we can do that as well by coming to the edit colonies section of the workflow and drawing any colonies that we want to include here. The number will increase, obviously. We can run automated detection as well in kind of a localized setting. Click complete there, so you can see there it's quite hard to see, but it's going to grab the edge of the shape there, and we can fine tune the kind of local detection settings there as well. Click on complete and that shape will be marked as complete. We can select individual colonies if we want to kind of remove them or re-add them, that kind of thing. Delete on there. We can split manually different colonies and have them count as two. So even if you've got a lot of colonies sitting on top of each other and no amount of tweaking the sensitivity settings are going to help you, you can go in and manually override those as well, and you can use the software completely manually as well if you want to do kind of click to count type operations. And then we have our background subtraction methods here. These are all fairly industry standard, and we've got some documentation built into the software to be able to explain those a little bit further, but these are used for quantification of the intensity of your colonies if you're interested more in the measurements, so area, things like that, circularity, that kind of thing of your colonies. So I can just go edge average, and then all of our measurements are shown down here at the bottom. We can turn on or off the measurements that we're interested in viewing and export those as a CSV or copy them as a table to the clipboard for further analysis and further processing downstream. You'll see I'm using this on a Mac. This piece of software, Phoretix Colony Counter, is fully compatible with Windows, Linux and Mac as well, and the latest version of Mac processes that kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. I want to keep this short and sweet, show you what we've got. If you're interested, please check out our website with the description below. You can get a free trial of the Colony Counter software to see how it works with your images, your data obtained from your lab.